Hey, what's up everyone, Ollie here. So you guys have probably noticed that I bought a new car. I put it on Instagram. A lot of you have been requesting a video, so here we are. I ended up getting an AMG GTS, a Mercedes AMG GTS. I got it to replace my F-Type. You know, if you guys follow my Instagram and stuff, you will have seen that I sold my F-Type a few months ago, autumn time, November time I think it was, and I was waiting for the summer, waiting for the weather to get better before I got something else. So I ended up going for the AMG GTS. I had a few options in mind actually. I was considering a 911, I was considering a Cayman GT4, I was considering an F-Type SVR. I was very close to getting a Cayman GT4 or a 911, but I just feel like a 911, you see them everywhere, they don't really look all that special I think, and a Cayman GT4 seemed too much like a race car for the road. I wanted something that was a bit more subtle and was a bit easier to drive, and also wanted an auto. And some of you are probably going to think, what do you mean, you know, why are you getting an auto, why not a manual? To be fair, I don't really care. Like, I want an auto because it's easier to drive, it's easier to use, it's easier when you're going places, when you're going in the city, when you're in traffic and things like that. You know, I don't consider myself a racing driver. I drive cars for fun, I like to enjoy cars, and the AMG GTS is the perfect car for that. And I got this in a great spec, sounds incredible, has probably way too much power but yeah, it's really good fun. So yeah, I'll show you the outside of the car and I'll show you the inside of the car and show you what I've got. So yeah, here we are outside of the car. So the car is a paint called Magnetite Black, but it looks very much dark grey with a hint of blue in it. It's not actually properly black, but yeah, I really like it. Obviously I'm most likely going to go for a black car anyway. I'm not really a person who's into brightly coloured cars. It is a pain in the arse to clean, I'm not going to lie, and to keep clean, but I feel like black, it just looks stealthy, it looks great. I also have silver wheels on it. Those wheels are actually going to be changed to satin black at some point. And then on the front you can see I have a carbon splitter there. I have a nice carbon splitter there on the front. I've taken the front number plate off. There's also a ton of bugs on it already. I've like driven it less than 100 miles pretty much since I last washed it, and it's already covered in bugs. But yeah, carbon pack on it. There's also carbon bits around the side here. There's a carbon bit where the vents are, and finally there is a carbon bit on the back, so the diffuser is carbon as well. So yeah, as I mentioned, the wheels are going to be satin black. I'm not really a fan of chrome or silver. Luckily there isn't much else chrome on the car, so yeah, those are going to be going satin black. The exhaust tips are also going to be going satin black. Luckily I think the previous owner actually put PPF on it, so paint protection film, so I don't have to worry too much about stone chips and things like that, which is brilliant. The PPF is actually very well done as well. You can't even really tell where the lines are until you look very closely. Don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, it's really well done, the PPF. You can see the bonnet on this thing is just absurd, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's a very long car, and it makes getting out of junctions quite difficult actually, but I really love the look of it. I really love the long bonnet. I love how the seats are quite far back in the car. I just feel like it looks very classy, very sort of elegant looking. This is sort of like mid-engine, front mid-engine they call it. So the engine is actually set really far back behind the wheels, and then obviously you sort of sit behind the engine. Oh, I also forgot to mention it's got the carbon wing mirrors as well, which is nice, and those are also covered in PPF. So yeah, the brakes are massive and the brakes are fantastic for the few hundred miles that I've driven it. Very good. But yeah, I just love the look of it. I think it looks fantastic. I feel like it just looks really elegant, and yeah, it just looks awesome. Obviously this is based sort of on the SLS sort of baby brother, you could say, based on the same sort of like framework. The back has like a nice sort of scooping down design, almost like a 911. I feel like they sort of copied Porsche there with that. When it comes to the boot, I'll show you the boot space actually. So the boot actually isn't too bad. So if I open it up, so yeah, the boot I think isn't too bad at all. So yeah, I've got like my hodl. So this hodl is actually from my store, from my ULX store. If you guys haven't been there already, yeah, this is from my store. I have like my tripod, I have the license plate, number plate, just a microfiber cloth and my camera bag and stuff. But yeah, you could easily fit a small suitcase, a few bags if you're traveling away for the weekend or whatever. It's perfect really. Much bigger than my F-Type boot. My F-Type boot was awful, but this is pretty good. Yeah, exhaust tips are going to be going black, the wheels are going to be going black. I think these door handle bits will also be going black. They're currently chrome. I'm not really a fan of chrome, so yeah, I really want to sort of stealth it out, make it look all black and quite mean, looking. But yeah, the silver wheels do still look a bit classy, I'd say. Now, if we go into the inside of the car, luckily, even though the doors look quite long, they're not actually that big, and they're very easy to open. My F-Type doors were super heavy and super huge as well, so pain in the arse really to open the door anywhere. But yeah, as you can see, I have got a very nice interior on this car. I have got a brown leather interior. Let's go sit in the car actually, so I can show you the inside better. So this brown leather is an option. It's not a common option at all. I think I've only seen one other AMG with this brown leather interior, and yeah, it just looks incredible. I think it just looks awesome. I also have the Dynamica pack, or whatever they call it. So you get microfiber steering wheel with a flat bottom on it. You also get microfiber sort of like headlining and stuff like along here, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I just love the saddle brown colour. I love that saddle brown colour interior. I just think it looks absolutely awesome. Obviously, a microfiber cloth. You always need a microfiber cloth when I'm wiping my glasses or my phone or whatever. But yeah, this interior is awesome. I also have the Burmeister high-end surround sound, which is another option. So yeah, this car is very highly spec'd, very well spec'd. Whoever bought this car first knew what they were doing. A lot of people ask actually, what is this thing? What is this thing? I use it to hold my phone. It's called a Brefo sort of phone holder, a spider phone holder. You can like manipulate it and move it around however you like. Pretty awesome, and I feel like it fits any phone, so you know, you don't have to buy a new phone holder every time you get a different phone. I love this thing. I use it in all my cars. I have two of them. I have one in this car, and I also have one in my 1 Series, which I use as a daily car. But yeah, this interior is just fantastic. The brown leather is just incredible, and I love the AMG style seats as well. Mercedes really do a fantastic job of the interior of these cars. The quality, the fit and finish is just unreal. It's heaps above my F-Type, my Jaguar. Just the overall quality of the materials, the overall fit and finish of things, it just seems like Mercedes put a lot more time into it. This center console thing is just absolutely huge. I think it's too big actually. I don't see why it needs to be this big, but it is pretty cool. You know, it gives you a good separation between you and the passenger, and it's supposed to sort of emulate a V8 style, you know, 4 on each side, because obviously the engine is a V8. You know, this car's got 503 horsepower, something like that. I don't know, I can't remember the exact figure, because it seems to change wherever I look. I don't know why. Some places say 503, some places say 510 horsepower. Newton meters of torque, I don't actually know, but I'll put that on the screen anyway so you guys can see. But let me just say, it's ridiculously fast. It's really hard to describe how fast this car is until you sit in it and you put your foot down. Some really nice detailing as well. You know, you have this nice sort of AMG logo here as well that they put. You open this up, I just have some random receipts, sunglasses holder, 2 USB ports just to charge my phone and stuff. The visibility in this car is okay. I wouldn't say it's the best. I think Porsche do a much better job when it comes to visibility in their cars, mainly because this windscreen is so like narrow. It's just so narrow. So the windows, you know, everything's really narrow, which makes sense. You know, you're trying to make a car which is as streamlined as possible, and having a windscreen which is small and very angled gives you that. But yeah, it does make visibility a bit tough, I'm not gonna lie. But thankfully there is rear view camera and stuff, and there's parking sensors all around, and the parking sensors are actually always on. You know, you get an indicator in here, and there's also this indicator that you see here. This thing here actually lights up depending on how close you are to something behind you. So it's a really nice touch, some really good safety features. And insuring this car, because of the safety features, is actually cheaper than my F-Type, even though it's got like 120 horsepower more, and it's ridiculously quick. So 0 to 60 in this car is like 3.8 seconds according to Mercedes, but I actually think it might be faster because it does feel faster. But yeah, the steering wheel is awesome. The interior is just fantastic. I love the look of it all. I think Mercedes have done an incredible job of the interior of this car. I feel like one thing I should definitely do is obviously start it up. It's hard to convey how great this sounds on camera, on a mic. I feel like you've got to really experience it in person to know what it sounds like. But yeah, if I start it up, so the engine start stop button is here, and the exhaust is actually off right now. So if I turn it on, Now it's on, and if I turn it to sport mode, yeah, it is ridiculously loud. Yeah, it bangs and stuff. It's just nuts. It's crazy loud. But yeah, absolutely incredible car. I think I've made a right choice. I don't know yet. I will do a long-term review on it and let you guys know what I actually think of it over an extended period of time. I've only done a few hundred miles in it. I haven't even had the car for a week yet. But in the few days that I've had it and the few hundred miles that I've done, it is just stupidly quick. Stupidly quick. Scary quick. And I just think it looks incredible. It just looks like a classy car. Even though it's black, it does turn heads quite a bit. You know, not as much as say a Ferrari or Lamborghini, but I'm surprised at it being a dark colour that people still notice it. I think if it was a bright colour like the solar beam yellow that they do, I think it would be noticed even more. It would be insane how much people would notice this car. So yeah, I will do a long-term review on this car after a couple of months, after a couple of thousand miles. Let you guys know what I actually think about it, what I hate, what I love about it. But right now it's a fantastic purchase, I think, and I think it's a fantastic sports car, you know, fantastic performance car. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this vlog style video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will have a lot of content coming on this car. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.